Good morning, everyone. Beautiful morning. Just got probably 2 inches of rain and we started cutting hay yesterday, so not 100% sure what we're gonna do today, but it's probably gonna involve tedding some hay. I don't know about cutting anymore. We'll see. We'll try to cut some, but fields were already muddy yesterday and now they're probably even more muddy today, so we'll see what happens. Definitely gonna see what happens. Anyways, welcome back to Wepner Farms Productions. We are getting in the mixer truck right now. We're just about done with chores. Didn't have any hot dogs, didn't have too much to do with cows, so I got a little extra free time this morning. I'm gonna help Big Ricky get done with his feeding. I gotta see how much feed is in here. We feed the heifers with this. There's a little feed left in here. We're gonna probably dump that out in the bunker. Probably going to do that. Okay, so there's not too much on here. There's a little rye in there. We're mixing for the steers right now. Putting on for the steers. This is high moisture corn. Lots of energy and fat in that. Good stuff. There's a little bit of rye in here. Don't really care to feed rye to the steers, but I don't know, dump it on the ground, it's just gonna get wet and sloppy, so we're gonna go ahead and try to feed it up. Right now, Big Ricky's grabbing refusals out of the barn, recycle those for our younger steers. A little bit more forage in it, a little bit more haylage in it, so good for rumen development and whatnot. And since they're not to the phase where they're getting fattened out, it just makes sense to feed them this feed and push a little bit more corn in our closer to finish steers. Get that dumped in, and I think we're gonna need a little bit more, but it's all gonna be refusals here. We are over by the steers. Got very strict instructions that this pen should not get any more than 1,500 pounds. So we're pulling up here. These are weaned to, I don't know, about 600-700 pound steers. You can see their size. So we're gonna go ahead and feed them here. We need to get down to, it says 51,000 pounds. That's not right because the scale's way the heck off. But we need to get down to about 50,000 pounds. Would be pretty close to what we need. So we're gonna go ahead, puppy up, start feeding. Alright, we fed them 2,000 pounds. My strict instructions have been broken. So we're gonna go over and feed the bigger guys now. These Holsteins are angry at me. So these are technically going towards Finnish Holsteins. We feed our Holsteins, our Angus, a little bit differently. These Holsteins, they're gonna be on a pretty much full corn diet, high moisture corn silage, and distillers. And then over here we got a mix of our smaller Holsteins that aren't quite there. They're not fully framed out. They're not ready to put the weight on their back, so they're just kind of getting ready to get there. And then our smaller Angus, just they're not mixed with the big ones, obviously getting the same ration. And then over here we got our Angus. These Angus are roughly the same size as those Holsteins over there as far as weight goes. If you know anything about Angus, they are a lot more feed efficient than Holsteins, so it does not make sense to push corn as hard in the Angus as much as the Holsteins. they're gonna get fat either way, so you might as well feed them the cheaper feed and let them grow on that. So theoretically, these animals will get moved around the same age, these Angus here and those Holsteins on that end. These are just going to run to be a little bit heavier on this more forage diet. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit of our steer program. I never talk about them, not really much to talk about, but if you're looking to raise steers, there's a lot of ways to do it. And we just like literally switched our program not even 2 weeks ago, and that's when we moved our Holsteins over there. We were just raised them a little bit too long. They were getting a little bit too tall and weren't quite fattening up how the way we want them to. So kind of changed some stuff up to try to maybe get better results. Our Angus obviously have no problem putting the weight on. Those things barrel out like no other. So yeah, pretty interesting. I love steers. I love raising steers. It's just something about them. You're not supposed to eat that. Okay, we got the cutter fired back up. Got probably about 40 acres of hay cuts yesterday before our aggressive rainfall of a whopping like 2.5 inches. I think it was 1.5 inches. So yeah, this is nice. We got our hay. It's all lodged. Extremely mature. We're going on 32 days since last cutting. Usually cut on a 28-day schedule. So a little bit on the mature side. That's all right. We're gonna get everything ready to go here. Firing up our cutters. We got a finished cutting here. Cut that field after that. Keep hammering down. Big Ricky was the one that was cutting yesterday till it rained, and he said he was cutting a whopping 7 miles an hour. That's how thick and lodged this stuff is. So it's probably about what we're going to be cutting as well. So let's get after it. Probably have to bump that over a little bit. Set her down. There she goes. We're cutting. Ground's wet. We're leaving tracks, that's for sure. Gonna be a long day. Hoping to get it all cut down today. We're probably gonna be working until midnight. Gonna be a fun time. We are hammering down 7.4 miles per hour. Laying it flat. The ground is little bit damp. We have gained a little bit of mud on the cutters. Probably can't see it back there, but if you look real close, they're starting to turn brown. That end of the field, pretty low ground, cutting in just a little bit, trying to be really careful when you turn around. You can see our tracks in the soil. Not the most ideal conditions, but what are you gonna do? Hay will be all right. Might have a little extra ash contents in our alfalfa when we get in the bunk, but hopefully not the end of the world. So back and forth we go. We are in the next field. Check out how much this Italian ryegrass has shot up since last crop. If you guys remember cutting back here, there's hardly anything on the back half of this field. There's a little bit of alfalfa coming through here and there, but basically this whole section here back just winter killed and didn't grow very good. This is new seeding as of last year, so planted a bunch of Italian ryegrass on this back half to kind of just fill in the gap because we couldn't take the hay field out because we wouldn't have had enough hay. So the Italian ryegrass seems to be working as a pretty decent filler. I don't know what it's going to ton. It is a little bit less than what we would normally plant Italian ryegrass at if we were to strictly do a field of it. So I think we did around, I thought we did 30 pounds to the acre, I'm pretty sure. And and that's kind of what it came out as. You can just kind of see the grass coming through it. I'll get out a little bit and kind of show you guys a little closer look. So here we are, looking at our weeds. We got some weeds, a few weeds, some ragweed. That looks like some other stuff. But yeah, mainly focus on this rye, Italian ryegrass. That's this stuff here. Looks like it's trying to pollinate actually. Just kind of fill it in because you can see like this is alfalfa here, pretty few and far between. A little bit of this is actual rye. Not exactly sure how that decided to make it through, but it's here. Some ragweed. It definitely looks like new seeding out here. You tend to see some of those more weedy things out there. That's just because these weeds got ahead because there's no alfalfa here. As you can kind of see, there's a small patch and then kind of open, small patch, open, and we got however the heck this patch made her through at it. It was rough. I don't know what happened, but it was rough. So yeah, Italian ryegrass, hopefully gonna bring our tonnage back. Makes decent cow feed. We've planted it before just by itself, made it as cow feed, but for how thin it looks, its stuff knows how to ton. And it's really difficult to get dry. So hopefully she dries out. You think it being a grass tends to dry easy. Italian ryegrass does not. So get back at it, keep on cutting. And yes, we're still picking up a little bit of mud. Scary looking. Looks like it should be on the end of my jig. I don't know if you can even see it. Big yellow scary thing. Aren't bright colors supposed to be poisonous? I don't like this at all. I'm scared. Really scared. That field wasn't wet at all. I promise. I promise. Nice and dry. Not flinging mud or anything. It's okay. We're fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. Hitting the road. On to the next. Here's the cocktail mix. Stuff's looking nice. I mean, we had a phenomenal year this year for no-tilling that. And I know we're gonna no-till it next year unless it's like stupid dry. But hopefully we're not too spoiled this year with how good the conditions were, just having so much moisture. It turned out phenomenal. It looks really nice. I haven't done any stand counts or anything to back that up, but it looks beautiful. I mean, you can see the field. It's green. So that, I mean, that's all cocktail mix out there. So I'm happy with how it's turning out. As long as it keeps growing, hopefully it's gonna get nice and tall and ton and do good for us. Opening up this hayfield here. This stuff also looks really good. This is all new seeding from last year. There is a strip up there that's got that ryegrass mixed in it. Looked really thin before. I can see from here that there's weeds. So we'll see what next year brings for it. Probably gonna end up taking out, unfortunately, a bunch of last year's new seeding. So hopefully we got hay acres to make up for that. But gosh, there's a lot of hay out here. It's really, if we can get it up, get it in the bunk at a decent moisture, we're gonna have a heck of a second crop, I think. It's not even like the hay was kind of behind, so you know, you kind of worry about it getting too mature on you and then the feed value not being there. I've been seeing some budding, but overall there's not too many buds. See a couple purple buds in this field, so I don't think we lost too much nutritional value with it standing as long as it did. I was looking at the neighbor's field over there, and they cut what would have been on time for us, and their hay is like that tall already. So that's how far behind we are, essentially, but it's okay. It's gonna make some feed no matter what. Last pass. Finishing up another field right now. We're at about 150-ish acres. That's about halfway done. We got roughly 300 acres of alfalfa to cut today. So things are going well. Windrow's looking beautiful. There's, like I said before, just a lot of feed out here. If we can get it off, we're gonna be looking pretty good. So yeah, get folded up after this field and head her to the next. We got a pretty decent sized chunk on the next field. There's like close to 40 acres there, so it'll be nice. Sit back and relax. Shut her down and get folded up. This waterway up here is in fact full of water. You can kind of see the water sitting there. Never really cut water before. It's a little different. Can't imagine it's good for anything, but I'm not gonna pick up through there. So just cut her down. Hay's been going really good. It's not as bad here as far as lodging goes. It's been cutting pretty good. Other fields I've been kind of struggling with. This hay field is 3 years old. Tomorrow or next year's probably going to be its last year, most likely, unless it somehow has some wonder juice in it. But it's been cutting pretty good. I see a couple long stragglers here and there cutting towards the east. It's all lodged towards the east because the wind typically comes from the west. But yeah, it's just getting cut. This could get interesting. We got a line. It's not. I think it's headed towards the south. That way is north. And it's definitely raining over there. But is it gonna stay away? We're right on the line. It's kind of cool. You can see the clouds. They're flat and they're low. And it's right there. Could probably take a lasso and catch it, bring it over here if I wanted to get out of work tonight, but probably blow some air at it. Hopefully keep it away. Looks so neat. Go away. Shoo. Get out of here. Holy man, I am so screwed. The tedding crew is catching up to me. Got the big tedder on the end, the little tedder's coming my way. I'm working on hitting the road to cut a little dinky field. This is nuts. Never seen such chaos. This is ridiculous. Coming at me. Wish the big one would have come my way so I could have said hi to Big Ricky, but I guess you guys are gonna have to stick with Little Ricky. What a unit. That big one, I haven't even seen it in person yet. You guys, well, you guys right now are seeing it before me, you lucky ducks. So yeah, I'm headed to do that little dinky field. They're gonna catch up to me pretty quick. Bought ourselves a new tedder. It's 29.5 feet per ohm. Does a pretty good job tedding out the hay. Going 8 miles an hour. The little one's over there. I can't see it, but I don't know. I like it so far. Boys, they're creeping up on me. Double row, and they're literally doing 3, 4, 5 rows. There goes a rabbit. Little rabbit. They're gonna catch me so fast. They already have half this field done. At least half of what I have done. But everything's opened up now. It's kind of a goofy shape. We call it a horseshoe because it makes a horseshoe up here. So a lot of turning around, a lot of wedge rows, a lot of messing around. Even these rows are pretty short. We farm it this way so that water doesn't all run down the hill and wipe everything out. It's kind of a little bit of a mess, but it's okay. And it's all lodged, so I'm cutting at like 8 miles an hour. Whatever. Hopefully I'll get over here so we can get some cool footage of everyone running side by side. We're getting stuff done now. All of these boys coming in. They're all coming up on my rear end here, tedding away. Get some extreme excitement, making me nervous. So scary. Got short rows. Alright, follow me, kids. Not very often you see this much getting done in one moment. Alright, time for me to get cut. Field. See Alex's headlights over there. Be a little bit behind him. Maybe he'll stay here and take a nap until I get done. We'll see. Here we go. Last pass. Second crop alfalfa. whole swath. We were cutting her pretty close on fuel here. She's been blinking through the whole hole here. I get 2 bars every once in a while, so I know there's still fuel in there. Figure we're getting the bottom of the fuel tank cleaned out. So 10:21. Time to finish. Big Ricky's over there. Kind of see him over there. Getting the last of it tedded. Here should be done. How exciting. Ooh, tired out. Gotta get this thing folded up. Maybe I'll be nice and wait for Big Ricky. We can have a convoy home, we'll see. Just had to get out. Most miserable thing we've done in a long time. I don't know what those are, but now they're in the cab. They're all over. Oh my gosh. Can you see them? There's one. There's a scary thing. Scary, 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 scary. I hope they're gone tomorrow. Otherwise, we're going to be spraying this sucker out. Something that kills bugs. Cripe sakes. Head it out, brother. See you on the flip side. Well, we made her home just right around 11 o'clock. Made pretty good time. Got her all cut down. Big Ricky's just about done tedding. He's got to do outside rounds, a couple passes after that. I'm gonna head her home, get a bite to eat, get to bed, and get up and do her all again tomorrow morning. That's the plan. Hopefully going to start chopping tomorrow afternoon is the goal. That's kind of why we tedded it all out, so we can get it dry in a decent time. Talking thunderstorms on Wednesday. It is Monday today, so the crop is pretty thick. It'll be all she's got to get dry enough to make good hay. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below, something you're interested in, something you want to see, and we'll keep cranking the videos. Thank you for the support. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.